Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 8th. Aquarius, we're going to jump right in here. Actually, let me give this one more just quick shuffle. And we are going to do like a modified Celtic cross. It's modified because I'm doing it in a different order than a typical Celtic cross, and also there is a focus on your environment. I decided to do these readings because I keep getting the word like environment in readings, and I'm like, what is that about? I want to know more. So I'm too nosy as usual. And we're going to see what is going on kind of like in your environment here. I think it's a more important word than people realize. That's why I think like our environment, the things that are around us are probably going to affect us on a much deeper level. And again, that's why I'm going to do these readings like this. But you start off here. We actually start in the bottom position here, Aquarius, and you start in your first position with the Page of Cups. This is the area of your foundation. Really good reading, Aquarius. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Chariot. Really nice energy is what I would say to you here. You have the Tower here, which is interesting. I'm seeing this. It's like I'm seeing the zigzag, of the lightning bolt at the top of the tower there. It's like I'm seeing this, like up and down energy here. For some of you, I feel like this is communication. So you could be experiencing this kind of like, it's almost like fluttery is the word I feel like using for some reason. And, it's like very like thin. Like, I picture the word fluttery. I think of like butterflies, which are very like delicate as well. And that's like the energy that I'm feeling. I just always say what I feel, right? And that's what I'm feeling, Aquarius. I'm feeling this like very delicate energy, but it's more like walking on eggshells, is what I would say to you here. For some of you, I do feel like it's communication between you and another person. For others, I feel like it could be your mind, like walking on eggshells. It's like there could be something. I'm just going to describe to you what I'm feeling. It's like there could be something that you think about, and I feel like it puts you in a certain mental state, or maybe things happen, and it kind of puts you in a bad mood or whatever. It could be a good mood as well. And I feel like you need to kind of like guard or watch your thoughts at this time with this energy, because again, it feels very delicate, very like kind of very thin energy I'm getting with that like fluttery type of energy here as well. I also feel that it could be like some sort of dream or something that you're thinking about here with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, he's like imagining that fish that is in the cup there. And it's like he needs to manifest that on Earth. He needs to create that, he needs to create that fish in reality, whatever you want to call it. So I kind of feel that energy for you here with the Page of Cups. In your current energies, you have the Tower. Like I was saying, I get that like fluttery kind of very thin type of energy. I apologize. I keep forgetting to turn off my stupid notifications. So if it keeps going, I'm going to turn it off. But hopefully that stops. Anyway, I feel for a lot of you that this is talking about kind of like that fluttery energy. It's almost like something is resetting your like baseline, here. What's that word that I'm looking for here, Aquarius? I feel like it's kind of like bringing you back down to earth. I'm going to turn that off. Sorry about that, Aquarius. But I feel like this is saying, like I was saying, I get this energy of being brought. I keep wanting to say status quo. I'm always at a loss for words when I do tarot. But, I feel like something is bringing you back down to like a baseline energy here, where it's like things aren't necessarily like super good or super bad. I feel like things are more kind of, even. So the Tower moment might not be too bad. It almost gives me the feelings that a Tower situation has already happened for you here in your life. And I feel like you just realized that things couldn't keep going the way they were going. It's kind of weird because I do feel for you intuitively that this is like multiple situations in your life. Could be in work or business, in relationships, but it's like something has kind of like fallen apart here. I feel like there's a lot of fear surrounding this energy as well. Normally, sometimes I feel fear with the Tower, sometimes I don't. But I feel like a lot of fear here because it's almost like the fear of loss is the feeling that I get with the Tower card. So some of you, it's like I feel like whatever the situation was with the Tower moment, there's like a great deal or a big fear of losing something because of the Tower moment. For some of you, it could be like an argument with like family or friends or something like that here. Whatever this is, it's a significant wake-up call, though, here, Aquarius. We go from the Tower to the Judgment card up here. And again, we read this Celtic cross in a different order, so we don't read the crossing energy just yet. But you have the Judgment card. Whenever I have the Tower and the Judgment card together, this to me is a major wake-up call. The combination of the two cards together, Tower and Judgment, is extremely powerful. To me, it's like a major wake-up call, a major revelation. Not always comfortable, not always necessarily a good thing because it's a wake-up call, right? That could be uncomfortable. But at the same time, it leads to something significantly better in your life. This is coming up, by the way, in the area of your hopes and fears. And I feel like you're hoping to kind of progress on something that maybe you didn't make progress on in the past, or maybe something stalled out because of the fear of loss. The words that are popping into my head are like something got the best of you. You know, I am getting second chance vibes from your reading, and so I do feel and I feel like this has happened to you recently. I think recently you had a second chance reading as well, and I'm getting second chance vibes here. And it's like, I feel like something got the best of you the first time. Like, could have been anxiety, fears, could have been worries, doubts, whatever. So I get a major second chance vibe from your reading. I'm not necessarily saying, like, you know, and I'm not really talking about love here either. I mean, it could be, but I really don't see this as someone coming back from the past. If it's a love, I feel like you're getting a second chance to, like, have true love in your life. If it's business or work or career, I feel like you're getting a second chance to have a career that you would truly like desire to have, something that you can do a good job at. In the area of your past and present, this is a combination of both energies. You have the Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles, it's kind of like, I do get kind of more unfinished business vibes here for you, Aquarius, because there's Three Pentacles up here, but there's a fire triangle with the Three Pentacles and a water triangle right below it. The water triangle kind of represents unfinished business because the water triangle part of this card, it's kind of like something that just hasn't been brought down to earth. He's even standing on this bench. He needs to like get off the bench. He's like done. He needs to like finish the job and get off the bench. So I kind of get this like unfinished business energy here. And even if we look here again, Three of Pentacles to the Tower right here is pretty interesting. I mean, to me, that says maybe you did some work on something, like invested in a relationship or a business or a career, whatever it is that you're working on. And then something got the best of you in the past with that Tower energy. Your crossing energy here is the Eight of Wands. The crossing energy is what hurts you, but also what helps you as well. So for some of you, I feel like maybe other people got in the way of you kind of accomplishing something. Again, your next card is the Chariot. So I do get the feeling that kind of like social aspects got in the way of you accomplishing something, or got in the way of you having some sort of, victory with the Chariot card here. It's like, people could have gotten in the way of a past relationship for you with this card here. Could have gotten in the way of you moving as well. Could be COVID as well. I mean, that Tower moment right there could just be the shock of COVID. And the good news is in the near future, again, you have the Chariot. So it's like everything in your reading here really screams new beginning, but also like second chance. So I feel like this reading is talking about a second chance that you are going to be having to move forward on something, to make progress with the Chariot energy here. So I really see this as like you making progress towards a goal or something that you've wanted to accomplish for a long time. I feel like you're kind of also I feel like you're less worried in the near future. Maybe not this week, but I feel like as we move like closer towards the end of the year and things, it's like I feel like you're less worried about anxiety or any feelings that you feel like could be getting in the way here. With the Chariot card, there is a sense of mystery with the Chariot. He has these two Sphinxes in front of him, and the two Sphinxes kind of represent mystery. They represent things that he does not know. But he's like allowing those Sphinxes to drive his Chariot. He is allowing those Sphinxes to, push him in a certain direction here, Aquarius. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you're more open to the adventure. You even have the Page of Wands next, which we'll talk about in just a second. But it's like you're more open to the adventure, whereas in the past, I think you were, I wouldn't say closed off, but maybe there were just some things that were getting in the way of you, having that new relationship or starting the new career and things like that. I'm also getting something weird about the past as well here. On the Chariot, the two Sphinxes, it's really hard to see, but they have their paws like over their tail. They have their tail kind of tucked under their body, and their paws are on top of the tail. It kind of represents the fact that they have a good handle on the past. It's like they're not like focused on the past, but they understand where they have come from, if that makes sense. That's popping into my head is extremely important for you, Aquarius. The whole, like, you're not holding on to the past now, but I feel like you have a good handle on the past here. Because I feel like maybe you were living in limbo, like probably over the last year or a year and a half, pretty much because of COVID. But I don't think it's because of COVID, right? I feel like you've been living in limbo because it's like you've been stuck between two things here. This kind of gives me the vibes of almost like, divorce or having a significant job loss as well, like any type of moment like that, because it's like whenever we have one of those situations, it's like we maybe aren't holding on to the past, but it's like we could have an attachment to the past for whatever reason. Maybe you have children, we're going through a divorce or something like that. I get those vibes here on the Chariot. But it's like now things have cleared up to the point where you can finally move forward and move past this Tower moment. I feel like the Tower, I'm getting a million things on the Tower, by the way, for you. It's just like pouring it. I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you, kind of were, I don't think you were holding on to the past, but again, I feel like there were these like attachments to the past, and maybe you're fearing like if you made some sort of change, like maybe you're going through divorce and you want to move, but it still could be uncomfortable because you're like, if I move, then I lose my identity, and like I have all these like thoughts rushing through my head. So I hope that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting there. Next, in the area of how things will evolve in the near future, you have the Page of Wands. Again, I feel like you're much more willing to go on an adventure here. I feel for a lot of you that you're just willing to explore. You always get these messages where it's like I kind of feel like you've been in this circle, and it's like you're just kind of growing the circle, if that makes sense. I feel like you just realize that the world has a lot more to offer, and you're wanting to go explore those things. It's kind of like one of those things. I think I said this to you in your last reading. It's like, I don't know, like I don't have a good example, but it's like if you've ever seen it in one of those videos of like little babies trying something that is like really good, but they're like all skeptical at first. I remember I saw a video of like a cute little baby like trying ketchup for the first time, like on a French fry, right? You've probably all seen that video, and it's like the little baby is like super skeptical before it tries the ketchup, but then it tries it and it's like freaks out, loves it, right? So it's like I get that vibe here where it's like some of us, I think we all have like, we all typically live our lives. We have like the same experiences. Maybe we're afraid to travel. Maybe we're afraid to start a business. But it's like once we taste it for the first time, then I feel like we really kind of, it's like off to the races, And that's like the vibe that I get here for you, Aquarius. Very exciting. I like this. This is a good reading. if I can't make that clear enough. Next, in the area of a turn of events here in your life, you have the Lovers, and this is also the area of anything unexpected coming in for you. So I feel like there could be unexpected love coming in for you here. Obviously, it's like divinely guided connection here. For some of you, I do feel like this is like a little bit of like a dream person. I hesitate to say that. I think we need to be careful of like putting people on a pedestal like that, like saying, "Oh, this is my dream person" or whatever. Because if we put too much onto them, it's like they can never live up to everything, right? So we should keep our expectations in check. But I do feel like some of you could be getting together with a person who's very, very important, or who's just kind of like your perfect person, whatever you want to call it. I do feel like this person could have Gemini in their chart. I'm also getting Aries, Cancer, any water sign. So they could have like water, or they could have Gemini or Aries. First, I don't really see Aries here. I mean, Page of Wands, but for some reason Aries is popping into my head. So they could have Aries in their chart, is what I would say probably. But take that how it resonates, and I do feel like there could be love coming in for you. Next, in the area of your future environment, again, the whole reason I'm doing these readings, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Damn, Aquarius, are you kidding me? Ten of Pentacles as your future environment? That's pretty good to me. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in life. It is the tree of life. It is like everything that you desire to have in your life. So I feel like a lot of you could be having a lot of success or good things, could even be building a family. Your outcome card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is, again, a really good card of family, happiness, celebrations, things like that. So I do feel like there's like a lot of reasons for you to celebrate, a lot of reasons to be happy here, Aquarius. Really like to see that. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in for you as well. I always like to remind people that the Ten of Pentacles is a card that says you're going to have to work for it. So, if I can't make that clear enough, tarot isn't magic. You have to do the work to get this. So what type of work do you have to do with the Ten of Pentacles to be successful? Research. Ten of Pentacles is a card of hidden or secret information. So if you're not successful, if you're about to go down in the comments, and if you're about to leave me a comment that says, you always say things are so great, but my life sucks, my aunt just died, and all this other stuff, well, clearly you didn't do the research. So before you leave the comment, I would say Ten of Pentacles says, if you haven't done research on how to improve your life or how to grow your business or whatever it is you're trying to do, then I'd say go do it. Ten of Pentacles, hidden or secret information. It says that there's basically information that's missing from how to be successful. So you could get this information on YouTube. There's a ridiculous amount of information on YouTube about pretty much freaking everything. There is a ridiculous amount of information for free at the library. There's a lot of information in people as well. This man right here on the Ten of Pentacles, he is meant to represent a beggar. He's also meant to represent the patriarch of the family. But there's also another way to read the Ten of Pentacles. He could represent a beggar, and he's coming to this family, and he's giving them a gift because they just had the birth of a child on the Ten of Pentacles. And it represents like something coming from an unlikely source. So it kind of can represent learning from a person who you just don't realize has the information. So it kind of is about like going out and seeking out a mentor. So anything you're trying to improve, I would learn from a mentor. And again, it doesn't even have to cost money, could be free. And finally, your outcome. Are you kidding me? Fortune after difficulty, happiness, just good things coming in for you here, Aquarius. Amazing reading. A lot of good stuff coming in for you. So, love it. We're going to clarify some of this and just see what's going on here. With the Page of Cups, you have the Hierophant. Marriage energy. I would say you're probably not getting married right now. Some of you could be, obviously. But I'd say if you're not in a relationship yet, you probably just could be meeting the person that you marry. For some of you, it's weird. I feel like you already know this person. For some of you, I feel like you already know who you're going to marry. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Because I don't know, because you're probably not with this person right now, is why I'm laughing. It's like, I feel like like, oh, I'm going to marry this person, but it's like, maybe you're not with them currently. Maybe you're just socializing with them. With the Eight of Wands here, you could just be more in a social energy with a person, and maybe you're about to marry them or something like that. So definitely something to think about. With the Eight of Wands and the Tower, you're getting Ten of Pentacles, really good. Ten of Pentacles twice, can't beat that. It's like you're on the way to success here, Aquarius. I feel like once you get control of that delicate energy that we were talking about right here with the Tower, I feel like this need to be not only like delicate with yourself, but I feel it's more like I said, a butterfly. Like I said, butterflies are very delicate. I would be careful with the words that you use on yourself. I'd be careful with your communications with other people, things like that. With the Judgment card, you have the Nine of Cups, wish coming true here for you, Aquarius. I feel like you're like figuring out what will make you happy here in a lot of ways. There seems to be this like weird energy right now. I think it's a good thing, is what I would say. I feel like people are pulling their focus back to themselves right now, and I feel like this is a good... It doesn't mean you're being selfish or anything like that. It just means that, again, I feel like you're just kind of like focusing on yourself at this time. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Despite what, there are plenty of spiritual teachers out there that I'm sure like, how dare you not think of other people, right? And I tell those people to get lost all the time, because it's like if we aren't fixed, if we aren't healthy, if we aren't stable, if we aren't in an abundant position, we can't be of help to anyone else, right? So that's why I always say we should focus on ourselves. I've had a million comments from people that are like, how dare you tell people not to give and like all this other stuff. I'm like, continue being a cat lady over there, please, right? I call it cat lady syndrome. It's like you can take all the cats in that you want, but you can't help them all, right? That's why we have to come from an abundant position. I feel like that's what you're building up to here, Aquarius, is you are building up to abundance, the Ten of Pentacles right here. But it's like, until you get there, it's like you have to focus on yourself for right now, so you can be in a more abundant position where you actually can help other people, or you can be an example and all that other good stuff. With the Chariot, you have the King of Cups. I feel like you're gaining control of your emotions. There is some sort of emotional difference between that Tower card and the King of Cups. I was kind of saying this at the beginning of the reading with the Tower. I'm seeing this as like some sort of emotional thing here. You could argue that the Tower is always emotional, but it's deeper than that. I feel like for some of you, it's like there could be a lot of fears. Remember what I said about fear at the beginning, or it could be like anxiety or something like that. And I feel like you're kind of gaining control of your emotions with that King of Cups. Really nice. With the, what do you know, Aquarius? With the Page of Wands, you have the Emperor, Aries, exactly like I was saying. It's almost like I'm psychic or something, right? So like I said, Aries energy, I was picking up on that hard. I'm wondering, you could be dealing with someone who has like Aries Mars or something like that, because like I would say maybe they're not a sun sign Aries, right? Maybe they have like, I would say something bigger, like Jupiter or Mars, like where they're really like Aries forward, but they're not necessarily in Aries. It seems more, it's kind of weird because it feels big, but also like in the background. I don't know. That sounds weird. It's like, it's weird because if we look at this, you have Chariot, King of Cups. Could be like a water sign or a Cancer or something like that that's coming in for you here with that King of Cups, right? So it's almost like, that's what I mean by the background. It's like you wouldn't expect like a water sign to be like super forward or bold and assertive, kind of like an Aries. But it's like you could be meeting a person where it's like maybe their sun sign isn't like that, but it's like they are because of this background energy here. Weird how I'm reading that, but whatever. I feel like you're very focused. The Emperor has a solid plan as well, and I feel like you're kind of like getting a solid plan. With the Lovers, you have the Page of Wands. Like I said, same person right here. You know, clearly this is the same person, the Page of Wands here. So I feel like there could be like this person is coming in for love. I feel like this person's never the same, you know, and I mean that in the best way possible. I don't mean they're like, they change. I feel like they do change, but in the best ways possible. It's like, it's not like you're with a fake person. I feel like you're with a person here, if you're looking for love, who wants to grow, who wants to experience new things, who wants to be different, someone who wants to explore, you know, all that other good stuff. So very much more, you know, I would say, I mean, there is no other way to say it. I think it's much more exciting than maybe what you're used to as far as love is concerned. So that's nice. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor. Are you kidding me? This is a dope love reading here, Aquarius. If you're looking for love, definitely like a Knight in Shining Armor, someone sweeping off your feet. Could be a surprise with the Tower. For others, I feel like this is you kind of like living the dream. Like I said, Knight of Cups is my card of living the dream because he's normally like looking into that cup and he is imagining his future life. He needs to put the work in though. Like I said, with the Ten of Pentacles, it requires work. He's kind of like in the desert here, if you can see that, Aquarius. And there's water flowing in front of him, but, you know, sorry about my cut. I don't have a Band-Aid, but I cut my finger. So, sorry. But some of you might say that's gross. But anyway, you know, what you have here is water flowing in front of him. And he needs to start planting seeds because it's like he's in the desert, but there's water. You know, it kind of represents the fact that he could grow an oasis in his life, but he's got to get to work, right? So really nice. And let's see here. With that Ten of Cups, you have the Three of Swords. Get out of your head. I feel like you're still worrying about things from the past. I'm going to clarify that because that ruins your reading. Yeah, lovers, definitely love coming in for you here. I just feel like some of you, you know, could be thinking about like too many what ifs with that Three of Swords. What if this happens? What if that happens? And I would just get out of your head. But damn, I like this reading quite a bit. I feel like this is a good reading for you, Aquarius. So thank you for being here, Aquarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.